Hey guys, welcome back to the Nightly Whispers. And just before I start the video, I just want to say today is International ASMR Day. So I'd just like to take this moment, it's like an award ceremony, take this moment just to thank all of you for supporting me and coming along on this journey. And also to everybody else who creates ASMR videos. Without them, none of this would be here. So, and thank you to everybody who watches, not just my videos, but everybody in the community who supports one another. So thank you very much. Okay, well today I'm going to do something, it's quite interesting really. You might learn something or discover something that you didn't know before. I'm going to do some fun facts or interesting facts about Great Britain and USA. There's just a few, there's not too many, it's about 25 each or so. But yeah, so I hope that you enjoy these and hopefully it's relaxing for you. So let's kick this off. So this set of facts is all about Great Britain, and so that's Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and England. And so yeah, let's get straight into it. So number one, according to British law, it's still perfectly legal to kill any Scotsman who enters the city of York if he happens to be carrying a bow and arrow. And when I first read that I really laughed because well, if there's any Scotsmen watching, don't go to York. Just don't go. Full stop. Okay, number two. Tyneside's Angel of the North statue is made from 200 tons of steel, has a wingspan of 54 meters, and is 20 meters tall. That's the height of 4 double-decker buses. Starcar near Scarborough in North Yorkshire is home to what is believed to be the remains of Britain's oldest house. The structure would have been 3.5 meters wide and dates from around 10,000 years ago, when Britain was still joined to the rest of Europe. People from Liverpool are often called Scousers. The name is short for lobscouse, which was a Scandinavian stew eaten by sailors who visited the port. Local families adopted the dish, and the name stuck. Manchester United have won the FA Cup more often than any other team. However, they've also lost more FA Cup finals than any team except Everton. Seems a little bit a slap in the face for Everton fans there, doesn't it? You can view a very special type of colouring pencil in Keswick at the Cumberland Pencil Museum. At nearly 8 meters, it's the longest in the world. I don't know why you'd want an 8-meter long pencil. I mean, you can't really use it, can you? Big Ben doesn't refer to the famous clock at London's Houses of Parliament, but to the bell inside. The building itself is called the Elizabeth Tower. In St. George's Churchyard in Gravesend, you can see a life-size statue of Princess Pocahontas, the daughter of a Native American chieftain who was buried in the grounds. She was visiting the area with her English husband, but sadly died of a fever in 1617 before she could return to America. Now, I don't know if it's just my history knowledge, but I didn't even know Pocahontas really existed. I just thought it was some kids' film. Anyway. East Peckham in Kent has a unique claim to fame. It's where the first ever speeding ticket was issued. In January 1896, Walter Arnold was spotted doing 8 miles per hour in a 2-mile-per-hour zone, but was easily apprehended by a policeman riding a bicycle. We're on number 10 now. In 1886, Sarah Ann Henley threw herself off Bristol Clifton Suspension Bridge after a row with her boyfriend, falling 75 metres onto the mud bank below. She was saved by her billowing crinoline petticoats, which helped to slow her fall, and lived on into her 80s. That's one lucky woman. The last witches to be hanged in Britain were 3 women from Bideford in Devon in 1682. There was no evidence against them, but other villagers accused them of sending the devil to their enemies' houses in the form of a magpie and a tabby cat. So strange. Athelhampton House, a 15th century manor in Dorset, is said to be one of the most haunted places in Britain. Its ghosts include 2 men fighting a duel, a black-robed priest, a grey lady, a cat, and a pet monkey. Okay, these 3 facts are about Scotland. The 1.5 mile journey from Westray to Papa Westray in the Orkney Islands is the shortest scheduled flight in the world. The trip takes less than 2 minutes. Wow. Built in 1842, the Hamilton Mausoleum in South Lanarkshire has the longest lasting echo of any man-made structure in the world, a whole 15 seconds. That's quite big. In 1507, Stirling Castle was the scene of Scotland's first recorded attempt at flight, when scientist John Damien launched himself from the battlements on feathered wings. Unfortunately, he crashed straight into a dunghill and broke his leg. I don't know. So these last ones, sorry, not last ones, these next few are about Wales. When it was built in 1286, Harlech Castle was on the coast. Today, it's half a mile inland. That's because the land the castle is built on is slowly rising, as it springs back into position after being weighed down during the Ice Age. Bala Lake in Gwynedd is home to a rare fish called the Gwyniad, which is found nowhere else on the planet. It's thought its ancestors were trapped in the waters there at the end of the last Ice Age. A cave in Aberystwyth was once home to the Crown Jewels. They were moved there during World War II to protect them from the German bombs, along with a copy of the Magna Carta and other valuable documents. If you're visiting Norfolk, watch out for jaspers, wasps, and try not to step on any dodmans, snails. The county has its own words for many things, including ants, which are called pishamires, ladybirds, bishy barney bees, and money, cuter. Very strange names. I never even knew that about Norfolk. The skies above Lavenham in Suffolk inspired the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The words were written in 1806 by 23-year-old poet Jane Taylor, who lived in Shilling Street in the village. This is number 21. The 1,000-year-old Bowthorpe Oak in Manthorpe, Lincolnshire, is the largest living oak tree in Britain. It measures over 12 metres around the trunk, and 39 people can fit comfortably inside its hollow interior. Okay, so on to the last few now. This one's about Northern Ireland. Ballygally Castle in County Antrim is said to be haunted by the ghost of Lady Isabel Shaw, who knocks on doors at night and then disappears. Legend has it that Lady Isabel was locked in her room by her husband and starved until she leapt to her death from a window. Northern Ireland has more young people than anywhere else in the UK. Children under 16 make up nearly a quarter of the population. Wow. Northern Ireland's Tayto crisps are made at a 500-year-old castle in County Armagh. The Brown's best-selling flavour is cheese and onion. It's so popular that earlier this year, Tayto even brought out a cheese and onion flavoured chocolate bar. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. And the last three about the Midlands. In the 14th century, babies in Herefordshire were baptised in cider on the grounds that it was cleaner than water. If you visit the graveyard of St. Chad's Church in Shrewsbury, you might be excited to find the grave of Ebenezer Scrooge. Unfortunately, it's not real. The gravestone is a prop left over from the 1984 movie A Christmas Carol, which was filmed in the local area. And finally, Birmingham is the second largest city in the UK, but there are over 30 other places called Birmingham around the world. There's even a crater on the moon with the same name. So there we are. 27 interesting, fun facts about Britain. So now we're going to move on to the US of A. 25 facts. So let's begin. Alaska is the state with the highest percentage of people who walk to work. 27% of Americans believe we never landed on the moon. I really hope we did. The American flag's official colours are Old Glory Red, White, and Old Glory Blue. Even though the grizzly bear is California's official state animal, none have been seen there since 1922. More breakfast cereal is made in Battle Creek, Michigan, than in any other city worldwide. The 7 rays on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent the 7 continents. Each measures up to 9 feet in length and weighs as much as 150 pounds. Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. Wow. The Declaration of Independence was written on hemp paper. The American $1 bill contains several hidden images, including a spider in the upper right-hand corner. There's something to look out for. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson both died on July 4th, 1826, 50 years to the day after the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Although English is the most commonly spoken language in the United States, no official national language exists. The Liberty Bell was last rung on George Washington's birthday in 1846. It received its fatal crack a few hours later. In addition to its mainland, Louisiana consists of 2,482 islands that cover nearly 1.3 million acres. About 35 million Americans share DNA with at least one of the 102 pilgrims who arrived aboard the Mayflower in 1620. Wow. US Highway 550 in Colorado became known as a $1 million highway because its roadbed was paved with low-grade gold ore. Surprised it's not being dug up. Let's go click onto the next page. Okay. Broken shackles lie at the feet of the Statue of Liberty, signifying freedom from oppression and tyranny. The state of Alaska is 429 times larger than the state of Rhode Island, but Rhode Island has a significantly larger population. Although Ohio is listed as the 17th state in the US, it is technically 47th because Congress forgot to vote on a resolution to admit it to the Union until 1953. About 500,000 detectable seismic tremors occur in California each year. That's a lot. Snake Alley, the most crooked street in the world, can be found in Burlington, Lower. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, Zachary Taylor, and Woodrow Wilson were all born in Virginia, making it the birthplace of more presidents than any other state. Venus flytraps can only be found natively in Carolinas, and nowhere else in the world. New Jersey is home to the world's highest roller coaster. I'd love to go on that. And we're here at the final two. The Japanese sent bombs aboard balloons to the United States during World War II. Dozens of them actually landed, causing some damage. One of them even killed an Oregon family in 1944. The scary part is that there might be more lying around undiscovered. Watch out for those. And the final one. The British deployed the first rockets in America during their attack against Fort McHenry in the War of 1812. Francis Scott, key witness the attack, and immortalized it in a song he titled The Star-Spangled Banner. That song is now the national anthem of the United States. So there we are. Roughly about 25 facts of Britain and America. Some of them I never knew, and maybe some of them you didn't know. But I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully found it relaxing and interesting, and maybe you learned a few things. But let me know in the comments what's your favourite fact, and let me know if there was any there maybe you did know or you didn't know, or if any of these are incorrect. You never know, do you? Well, once again, thank you for subscribing, thank you for pressing the like and the dislike button, and have an amazing ASMR day, and be sure to look around, check out all the other videos. There's hundreds of ASMR artists out there now, so have a little browse, especially today of all days being International ASMR Day, and I really hope that you have an amazing night's sleep. So until the next one, sleep well and good night.